ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री परम गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री परमेष्ठि गुरुभ्यो नमः। Sometimes back, maybe in the month of April, I made an humble effort to give explanation on Nirvana Shatakam of Shankara Bhagavat-pada in Kannada. That also was given only to the first stanza, and other stanzas I am to try to give explanation, because I don't have that much knowledge to give explanation on other stanzas. But even that explanation, as I understood, and I understood from various other available sources, that was in Kannada. Now I thought it necessary also to put it in English, so that those who cannot understand Kannada also are access to this information. That is explanation to Nirvana Shatakam, first sloka of Sri Shankara Bhagavat-pada. As the history say, how it was composed by Sri Shankara Bhagavat-pada, there is an incident behind it. Shankara, the boy at the age of 8 years, goes on searching for master, the guru, and finally he lands up before Sri Govindapada. We know that Govindapada, Sri Govindapada, is the guru for Sri Shankara Bhagavat-pada. He prostrated before him, Shankara, and just stands before him with folded hands. Sri Govinda Bhagavat-pada at that point of time posed a question to Sri Shankara, the boy of 8 years on that day. The simple question, who are you? Who are you was the question. For that, it is said, Shankara Bhagavat-pada answers it with 6 slokas. That is called, it is Shataka. That is the composition of 6 stanzas. Sometimes this Nirvana Shataka is pronounced as Nirvana Shataka. I don't think it is the right way of Shataka is 100. Here it is here Shataka. But what happens here is when you write Shataka in Sanskrit, it is very clearly Shataka. But when we make it translated to English, we write only Shataka. It can be read as Shataka also. That's how it become Shataka here and there. But it is Nirvana Shataka. Whatever it is, the boy, 8 years boy, through this 8 slokas, explained so crisp, so effectively the total Advaita Vedanta at his 8th year. We can just imagine what was his intellect, what was his spiritual knowledge at the age of 8. It's an example for that. Nirvana Shataka is a living example, living thing to prove that. What was greatness of this great Shankara Bhagavad Pada at the age of 8 years? Anyway, before going for an explanation on Nirvana Shataka, first stanza, let me recite this all 6 stanzas. Once again, this is recited in different ragas as the musician wants it, and nothing wrong in it. But a particular raga which I like very much to recite this, that raga is almost a meditative raga for meditation actually. That particular raga is really takes me to my mind to meditation. So I want to use, I'm not a good singer, but I try to make it. Om Gurubhyo Namah, Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Mano Buddhya Hankara Chittani Naham Nacha Shrotra Jihve Nacha Ghrana Netre Nacha Vyoma Bhumir Na Tejo Na Vayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Nacha Prana Sangyo Navai Panchavayo Navasa Tadhatu Nava Panchakosha Navakpani Padau Nachopastapayo Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Name Dvesha Ragau Name Lobha Mohau Madho Naiva Me Naiva Matsarya Bhava Na Dharmo Na Charto Na Kamo Na Moksha Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkham na mantro na tirtha na veda na yagna aham bhojanam naiva bhojyam na bhokta Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Name Mrutyur Shanka Name Jati Beda Pita Naiva Mata Na Janma Na bandhu na mitram gurur naiva shishya Chidananda Rupa शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभूत्वत् सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभूत्वत् सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् न सङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मेया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. The last line, there is one more version also which reads like this: न संगतं नैव मुक्तिर्न बन्धा. Instead of meya, मुक्तिर्न बन्धा चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. Now let us see what the first stanza tells. I want to repeat once again. I enjoy repeating it. Manobud ahankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jihve न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योम भूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. This Chidananda has a very vast meaning which we are not able to explain. But the name Chidananda has a special place in my heart and mind and soul, because Atmanandanatha is my Parameshchi Guru. So whenever I say Chidananda here, without my knowledge, my mind just go to Chidanandanatha's feet. Anyway, what this stanza Shankara is telling. When I say I, that I is not, I want to use the words as it is. I'll tell you why. Manasu, I can say mind. Buddhi, I can say wisdom. Chitta, I don't find a correct English word for chitta. Also ahankara. Ahankara is not the ego, what we understand. So I want to say the same words here instead of using the substitutes in English. When I say I, it is not the manaso. It is not the buddhi. It is not chitta. It is not ahankara. It is not ear. It is not the tongue. It is not the nose. It is not the eyes. Even these sense organs, gnanendriyas, are not I. In this, there are two more. One more is there, tvak, that is the skin. Though it's not mentioned here, tvak also can be, because nacha shrotra jihve nacha grana netre, because maybe for the chandas or the flow, he left here tvak, that's skin. Also we can include here. That means all these 5 sense organs are also not I. This is the meaning of as such. But Bhagavan Shankara, it's okay. When he mentioned all the 5 sense organs, he mentioned all the 5. One is missing because of the chandasu. But when he mentions about manasu, he has not just said one word, manasu, or mind, but he has used another 3 along with manasu, that is buddhi, ahankara, chitta. These 3 also he has mentioned. Why? Manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, together known as antaha karana. Antaha karana is a settled body. The physical body is what we see here with all our physics. But Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara together, all the 4 constitute the settled body, Sukshma Deha, that all 4 together are known as Antaha Karana. We know that Antaha is which is inside. The Karana is an instrument. So, this Antakarana is something which is inside the gross body. This Antakarana, Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara is housed where? In the physical body. It's an instrument which is inside the physical body, Sthula Deha. Or it says Antakarana is a settled body which cannot be seen, but they are experienced. Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, they have no form, but they are experienced by us, by the physical body always. So, the divisions of this Antakarana, what I call the instrument which is inside the settled gross body, Antakarana, the division of that Antakarana is Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta and Ahankara. That's what Shankara is referring here. Then what is this? All these 3. What is their function? How do you experience them? Yes. It is difficult, but let me try to understand this one by one. On the what I call the faculty or the capability of thinking in deep on any subject, that faculty is Manasu. Manasu is one which can, with all cautiousness, can think very deeply any subject. That's all. Thinking faculty is Manasu. Then, after go on thinking on a subject so deep and very cautiously, on that, decision taking faculty is Buddhi. Manasu will only think, and on the thought process, the decision is derived, taken by Buddhi. Okay. This is easy to understand. But there are millions of thoughts, millions of subjects on which Manasu will be thinking very cautiously and deeply. And on these thoughts, millions of thoughts, decisions are also derived, taken by Buddhi. All these is stored in a place that is called Chitta, where all these millions, trillions of thoughts, which are taken very deeply, and the decisions taken by Buddhi on that thoughts, is stored in some place which is not seen. That faculty is Chitta. Storing of all these thoughts and the decisions is the faculty of Chitta. Hope up to here we understand. Is it all thoughts are stored in Chitta? Yes, answer is yes. Whatever thoughts, useless, useful, decision taken, decision not taken, those millions, trillions of thoughts are stored in Chitta, no doubt in it. Then how do we remember all those things? This is the next question we're going to address it afterwards. But every thought the mind makes, every decision Buddhi has taken throughout our life, even the decision I have taken, thought now, a second before, is also stored. Imagine what a GB RAM it should be having in the computer language. Everything. Nothing is deleted. It is stored. Why I am stressing upon this is, all our thoughts are stored in Chitta that can have an effect someday or other. So, our thoughts should be always good. So, we should try to make our thoughts good thoughts, so that even at some level it is forgotten what is stored in the RAM is also good thoughts which can be used at some point or other in our life or in also next life. We'll talk about that later because it will be diverting from my present subject. So let us not talk about more about chitta. Chitta is something, is one of the anthakarana. It's an instrument, one among the four, Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, all these four. So Manasu has the faculty, capability to think on any subject, any issue very deeply, very interesting. It thinks on everything. Even something is seen by the eyes, on that subject also the mind thinks. If I see a book that is stored in my mind, gone to mind, and from mind it has gone to buddhi and got to chitta. So, every fraction of a second, Manasu is continuously in the process of thinking. That is its faculty. And wherever necessary to come to a conclusion or a decision, at that point, buddhi will be advising Manasu what to be done. And whether decision taken or not taken, wrong decision, right decision, no decision, but all decisions and all thoughts, not even skipping one small thought, is stored in chitta. Hope up to here we understood. Then all this done by all three. Manasu thought deeply, buddhi advised what to do, chitta is stored. They don't come and say, but the fourth component of antakarana will come and say, I have done it. Whatever that is done by Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, credit is taken by this Ahankara called I. Okay. For this always I give an example that will be easy to understand. Because that's the only way. I always, whenever I talk about Nirvana Shatakam, I always quote this example only because I don't find any other example. So far I didn't get it. Maybe I have to find in some other time some other example also. Now I remember only this example. I go to airport to receive one of my friend. I stand in front of the departure gate. Lot of people are coming, passengers coming out. And my mind will be looking for that. Just seriously looking for something. He looks at every face and goes on rejecting it. No. That's buddhi. Manasu will be only seeing. Buddhi will be giving direction. No, he is not. Continuously. Then, once Manasu see a face which it is stored in chitta, whom the Manasu understands as the friend to whom I have gone there to receive, moment that face appears in front of the Manasu, immediately chitta sends signal to buddhi. Look, this is what Manasu is looking for. Advise Manasu, this is the friend. Immediately, I recognize my friend, wish him, take him, garland him, or whatever, I give bouquet and all that. All this is done. Finally, I come home, tell my wife, I had been there and it was so difficult. There are a lot of crowd and I recognized and my friend and brought him to house. This I is the anthakarana called ahankara. I think whatever the way possible for me, I have explained the function of all the four anthakaranas. Yes. Now we must speak about chitta. Most important. Let me. Before I proceed with explaining chitta, I must make a small correction in what I just said before. While referring Nirvana Shataka, before I said 6 stanzas. Afterwards, by slip of the tongue, I mentioned it as 8. No, it's only 6. This is what Chitta does for us. Because for the last few days, I have been working on the Ashtaka, Raja Rajeshwari Ashtaka as well as Tripura Sundari Ashtaka. That has somewhere gone into memory of Chitta. So that's why, even though I'm talking about Nirvana Shataka, though I said before 6 stanzas, somewhere it overlaps and without our consciousness, that 8 comes out. This is how Chitta works, and let me explain it later on Chitta. Not only Chitta, the whole universe is the permutation and combination of Sattva, Rajas and Tamo gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamo traits, tendencies, whatever you want to call it. This Sattva is the light, bliss and all goodness. And this Rajas is passion and motion. Tamas is its inertia and darkness, it's dark. But already when I was speaking about Durga Saptashati, also this has come there, and it is not that Sattva is always good and not bad. It has got both the qualities of good and bad. Now, when the universe is composed of Sattva, Rajas and Tamoguna, so also Chitta is the composition of 3 energies of the creation. 3 energies of creation are Sattva, Rajas and Tamo. This is referred as Tripura also. When we talk about Tripura Rahasya, we speak about Sattva, Rajas, Tamo traits, tendencies. These 3 are the composition of the universe. So also Chitta. Chitta is the composition of the Sattva, Rajas, Tamo traits, tendencies. Satya is absolute pure and illuminate. It illumines. That means that refers to Adhyatmika knowledge, the knowledge of Adhyatma. Similarly, love, passion, predilection, emotional outburst, desire, energy, these are the Rajasa tendencies, traits, or Rajasa guna. Similarly, ignorance, inertness, stupidity, darkness, these are all the traits, tendencies of the Tamasa guna. Let's see now. The mind, which is more of sattvic, we know that it's virtuous, it is calm, it is firm, and that mind is in ecstasy, and that is selfless also, and moreover it is compassionate. That mind is compassionate. This is the traits of Sattva guna. Similarly, the trait which desire all the materialistic comforts, selfish, discomfort because of the desires not fulfilled, or discomfort of because of desire itself. See, there is the interesting thing. Not fulfilling desire also gives us discomfort, and very desire itself is discomfort. We don't realize it. Even a desire itself gives us discomfort, and it is restlessness. That mind is Rajasa mind. The last one, Tamasa, that is negative thoughts, negative thinking, laziness, ignorance, inactive, indolence, feeble-minded, and most important is, it is most selfish. This Tamasa guna is the most selfish. Okay. All these three traits, tendencies, will be always meddling, responding with the mind. I think it needs a little repetition. The whole universe is the composition of three gunas, three tendencies, and we explained what these three and what they represent. And these tendencies, traits, gunas, will be always meddling, reacting with the mind. How? When they are continuously reacting, meddling with the process of thinking of mind, sometimes sattvic mind, sattvic qualities are dominant, and some other time Rajasa trait, tendency, guna is dominant. Similarly, among these three, one is more powerful and active, and others are dormant. So, what happens? Different compositions and different traits of these three gunas, and their meddling with the mind, creates in us different behavior, different emotion, and different impulses. We are always not sattvic. We are always not rajasic. We are always not tamasic also. It's a combination of one or two sometimes. Only one at a time, other two are dormant. So there's a continuous change in our behavior. I should say than behavior. There is a continuous and constant change in our emotions. I think we all agree with this. I think none of us will say no to this. The reaction of these three different tendencies and traits in our mind creates different impulses and different emotions in us. I think it's very easy to understand, clear, because we are experiencing it every moment. This chitta can be compared, and it is compared, I should say, it is compared to the waves in the sea waves. You see, there's a continuous flow of waves we can see in the sea. Each one is different. One with a very big height, one slow, one fast. So, innumerable thoughts, continuous thoughts, flow of thoughts, innumerable thoughts, innumerable emotions. These innumerable thoughts and emotions is the cause for the existence of the mind. We have gone to understand how this mind existed. The mind exists because of this innumerable thoughts and emotions. The innumerable waves of thoughts and emotions are the causative factor, cause for the existence of the mind. We understood now what makes the mind exist. What we call these innumerable waves are called as manovrutti. Manovrutti, the word used here, that's function of the mind. The existence is because of this innumerable waves, innumerable emotions, And these innumerable waves are not only the existence, and also it is the function of the mind. These waves are creates mind, existence of the mind, and then also for the function of the mind. Then what are we talking, sir? Without these waves, without these innumerable thoughts and emotions, there cannot be a mind at all. Mind cannot exist. The very existence of mind is not there in the absence of these innumerable thoughts and emotions. Here, the drama begins. So there are innumerable thoughts, innumerable emotions. Then what is the problem? Then no problem, sir. But this mind has a tendency. What is the tendency? It gets attached very strongly and firmly. I repeat, the mind get itself attached very strongly to those thoughts and those emotions which the mind thinks which can give security to this. Exactly. This is what it is. Among all these innumerable emotions and thoughts flowing, the mind has a tendency to strongly get attached to particular thoughts and emotions which the mind thinks gives the mind a security. Okay. Now, among all these so many waves, we understand now only for certain thoughts and emotions which the mind thinks it gives security, to that it gets attached very strongly. Then only those thoughts, emotions only, the mind starts operating through the indriyas. This is a very, very interesting thing. I repeat it. Mind is something which is every minute, every second, there's a flow of, continuous flow of different emotions and thoughts. Very existence of the mind because of those thoughts and emotions. Otherwise, mind ought not have existed at all. Mind existed and functioned because of these waves of thoughts and emotions. But it will not take all the emotions and thoughts. It gets very strongly attached to certain emotions and thoughts which mind thinks that gives mind security. To put it same way, conversely, the indriyas, the sense organs, operates under the orders of the mind. I think all of us agree and no dispute. But these orders of the mind to the sense organs is that thoughts and emotions which mind feels very comfortable to that mind, as well as which gives its security. For this psychological trend, the power of the movement comes from ahankara. That means I don't use the word ego here, I want to use only ahankara, one of the antakaranas. This ahankara gives the power of movement to the trend of the mind, or manovrutti, the function of the mind. That means ahankara, that I-ness, this alone gives the power of movement to the mind. I think I am making it very clear, but still I don't know whether it requires revision. If need be, I'll do it. I'll just brief it. We understand this, there are innumerable waves continuously of different thoughts and emotions makes the existence of the mind as well as function. Though there are millions of thoughts and emotions, mind has a tendency to get strongly attached to only those emotions and thoughts which gives mind the comfort. And with that thoughts and emotions, it gives direction to sense organs to function. Very clear. Otherwise, only those thoughts and emotions which are comfortable to mind only will be ordered to be functioned by the indriyas, sense organs. Otherwise, sense organs function under the command of the mind, and that command depends on different thoughts and emotions in the mind, which mind feels comfortable to that. I stop for a while here to explain. Today, the modern management, modern psychology speaks about, volumes about comfort zone. And always they say in all management classes and schools, one should come out of the comfort zone to excel. This is what sir has been told long back. This is not a new theory of management which is found now by Westerns or somebody else. So very simple, the mind is tuned in such a manner which directs the sense organs to function on those thoughts and emotions which mind thinks feels comfort. That's it. So, on the basis of that comfort, secure emotions and thoughts creates desire in the mind. Very simple. Your desire directly depends upon the thoughts and the emotions which mind feels comfort. To that extent only your desires are formed. The creation of desire comes from mind based on the thoughts and emotions which mind considers comfort and secure. We'll stop here. Will it stop here? No. These imaginations, the desires, plans, etc. of the mind are stored in a storehouse called chitta. These imaginations of the mind and desire of the mind, which depends upon the thoughts and emotions which the mind considers comfortable and secure to it. Not that all that waves, thoughts come to mind. That doesn't create imagination or desires. Only those emotions and thoughts which mind considers comfortable and secure to mind only creates the desires, plans and imagination. And those desires, emotions and plans are stored in a very large godown. I use word as a GB. I should use TB here. Having a very large TB RAM called Chitta. That's all. I will take a pause and come back. Yeah, we will return back to from where we stopped and we'll move ahead. We have understood that the mind attached to only those emotions and thoughts which are very comfortable to mind, very secure to mind. Only those thoughts and emotions are get attached very strongly to the mind. Those thoughts and emotions creates the imagination and desire. These imaginations, plans and desires that has taken birth in the mind based on only those comfortable thoughts and emotions of the mind are stored in a very large storehouse called Chitta. That's it. They are told. So it is stored now. It's going on storing those desires, plans, and imaginations. And they will be having a reference someday or other, at some time or other. They become references, and they are called samskara. Very clear, no? The samskara is that what is stored in Chitta, the thoughts and emotions by which the desire was created, imaginations were created, the plans were made, those are stored in Chitta. And those desires, plans, and imaginations are the results of what the mind gets strongly attached to only few thoughts and emotions among the millions of thoughts. And those what is stored in Chitta will be expressed sometimes or other in some form or other, and these references are called samskara. We know that Chitta is part of the settled body, Sukshma Deha. Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta, all these four are Antakarana. That is the instrument inside the gross body. That means it is the Sukshma Sharira, where all these desires, plans, imaginations are stored. Sir, it's very, very interesting now how these samskaras not only remain in this lifetime, also carried over by the past lives also. Very simple. Because when the life force, what we call body, the prana, leaves the body, only the gross body is dead. But we do not know what happens to that settled body or Sukshma Deha. That Sukshma Deha is Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, where all these desires, plans, and imaginations were stored. And this Sukshma Deha, sometime or other, gets into another body. Till such time it remains in the universe. I'm sorry, I'm not promoting the reincarnation theory or against it. Only I am conveying a simple scientific as well as philosophical concept, reality. Because when the life force leaves the body is not live and it is called dead. But during the lifetime of that physical body, the thoughts, desires, plans, imaginations were stored somewhere. that we identified as Antakarana, that is the instrument which is inside. I think that is not destroyed. So, these are called samskaras. I don't find a proper word for samskara in English, so I keep it as samskara only. I think samskara all of us understand, irrespective of whether we understand Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, or it's samskara we understand. So these samskaras are not only stored in chitta of this particular lifetime, or maybe also from the past life, not of the body, past life in which these desires, plans and imaginations were stored, it is remaining. So I think I don't want to go a little more on this, because this elaboration leads to confusion further. So let me not make confusion. Is chitta a storehouse? Stores all these thoughts, desires, etc. That too, those desires and plans and imaginations are because of the mind getting attached to a particular thoughts and emotions which mind thinks and feels comfortable. Whatever the mind thinks that's not comfortable, it may not create, it may not get attached, and that's why which are not getting attached to mind may not create the desires also. This is what it is. I think I'm making it clear. So these are stored in the subtle body or sukshma deha. They are stored there. Let us understand that much only at this point. Now, each one of us, in one way or the other in the life, undergo what our mind understands as difficult and pain, etc., etc. The pain, what the mind understands as pain and difficulty, we undergo that in our lifetime. Each one of us, at some point of time or other, we have to undergo that, what is understood as difficulty and pain. I am making very clear. It is understood as pain and difficulty. I am not telling it's difficulty and pain. Once again, it's a term which is a relative term. Pain and the difficulties, what we understand, we undergo that. Here, the scholars and enlightened masters, I should say, those enlightened masters have told, confirmed that there are 5 things which are responsible for these difficulties and the pain during the lifetime. What they are? They call it as, I will not give the English name for this because I don't have, or even if I get it, that may not be exactly what this word means. So I want to understand as it is in that language. That is, there, one is asmita, first is avidya, The next is Asmita, Raga, Dvesha and Abhinivesha. These are the 5 factors which are the causative factors for all pains and difficulties we undergo during our lifetime. Let us see what this avidya is. The avidya is the ignorance of spiritual knowledge. Ignorance of the spiritual knowledge. Adhyatmika agnana. It's the ignorance of the spiritual knowledge. Ignorance of the spirituality. What this makes? This avidya is the ignorance of spirituality. Okay? This avidya or this ignorance make us to cover up the true nature of I and drown us in the ocean of Maya, the delusion. I repeat. This avidya is the ignorance of spirituality. Adhyatmika agnana. This agnana or ignorance is capable of hiding the true nature of I, true nature of aham, and make us drown into the ocean of the delusion, the Maya. Once we drown into this ocean of delusion, Maya, this ignorance separates us from the divine. Once we drown into the delusion, ocean of delusion, it makes I to forget, separate from the divine. What is the divine? The universal consciousness, the pure consciousness. This avidya does that. So avidya has done one part. It has hidden the true nature of I, aham. The next one is asmita. What this does? This asmita is the deep emotion of I. The deep emotion of I is asmita. The deep emotion of aham is asmita. This emotion makes us tied into body and sense organs and their activities. So the deep emotion of I-ness, deep emotion of aham ties us with the function of the body and mind, and thus the I, this I forgets the true divine nature. In this forgetfulness, we will have very, very limited and a temporary experience. This is asmita. Asmita is a deep emotion of I. This makes us to forget our true divine nature, so that, and because of that, in this forgetfulness, we experience only very limited and temporary experience. So, there is a small difference here. Ahankara is one among the four antakaranas, whereas a deep emotion of I is asmita. The deep emotion of I is asmita. Ahankara is identifying whatever happened with I-ness. That is ahankara. This is a small difference. Antakarana is one of the four antakarana. Ahankara is one of the four antakaranas, whereas asmita is a deep emotion of to I, aham. This is the difference between antakarana and asmita. The third one is raga. That is love, attraction, all these things. This raga also makes us same thing. One is what it does. First is avidya. So we forgot our true nature. The next one is asmita. So it is tied up with our functions of body and mind. So we will have only the limited and temporary thing of the divine. And this third one is raga. Raga is love and attraction, attachment. On what? It could be on a individual, not necessarily. It could be our raga, that is love and attraction, attachment, may not be on my body itself or some other person itself. It could be on the power. It could be on the wealth. Forget it. It could be on my body itself. What is this? This raga can be anything. What this raga does? Raga is the one running behind happiness continuously without taking any rest, thinking that it gets happiness. It will be running behind that. It will be running behind that happiness. This is raga. What is this raga? Very simple. If it get attached to us, raga, it creates confusion in us on two things. What is our must requirement and what we are asking for. That is, what we want and what we are asking for. What we want or what we are, for what we are running behind. These two things. It creates confusion on that, about what we want and what we are, for what we are running behind. So this can be, I can use the English word here easily. This I can say, needs and wants. We don't know what is. To meet our needs, we will be going for wants. So this, we have a confusion on our needs and wants. This is raga, sir. And then, similar to raga, the next is dvesha. This also need not be dvesha, enmity, I can call it dvesha, only on the another person also. No, it can be on anything. It can be anything. Even it can be on a non-living being also, dvesha. Why this dvesha comes? Very simple. This dvesha is keeping the people, person, noun is the name of a person. We have got a explanation we learnt in middle school or primary school. Noun is the name of a person, place or a thing. Like that. Dvesha also, keeping those things, persons, place, animal or things, which we feel or understand may give us the grief, sorrow, which we think gives us dukkha, grief or sorrow. It could be a person, place, animal or thing. We wanted to keep it away. So that is called dvesha. It's another one which is making us, putting in trouble. The last one is abhinivesha, it's called. Abhinivesha. What is this? Continuously, very deeply, very seriously getting attachment to the life. This is abhinivesha. Seriously, continuously and deeply getting attached to the life is abhinivesha. This is the reason, sir. This is the reason we are afraid of any change. We always afraid of a change, any change, and we also oppose change. I repeat, the abhinivesha is that getting very severely, seriously, continuously, deeply to the life is abhinivesha. Having attached so deeply, continuously, seriously, severely to life, we fear the change. We oppose the change. Why it happens? The true reason for this is we are attached to Asmita. We have already seen what Asmita is. Asmita is, I repeat, the deep emotion of I. I is a deep emotion. That is Asmita. This is Abhinivesha is getting attached to the life very seriously, severely, continuously. That's why Abhinivesha is fear for change. Fear for change. I must refer. Death of the body is also a change. Death of this physical body is also a change. That's why we are afraid of death. That's why we are afraid of death. Because afraid of change is Abhinivesha. That's how. So death also is a change. That's why it is Abhinivesha. We are afraid of death. Fear of death is the most dangerous fear one can have. The most dangerous fear one can have is fear of death. It's only a change. But we have been continuously used to fear that change, so we get the fear of death also. This makes us fear. Okay, Mr. Pani, you have given a long talk on this. I also understand this. But tell me how to come out of these things. You told me all these things. Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Okay, I also understand. Yes, I know. But tell me, how do we come out of this if we want to come out? Yes, it is not I'm telling the enlightened masters. Enlightened masters have told that. Great scholars have exhibited it. They explained it. They felt it, enjoyed it. I am only conveying it, that's all. What is that? How to come out of these things? The Manasika Vritti, what I called, the function of the mind, what is avidya, I already told, it should become vidya. It should become dhyana. It should become gnana. It should become meditation. Asmita, confined to I-ness. Very, it's only I. Not beyond that. This Asmita should become sarvavyapitva, omnipresent. The individual feeling of I should get transformed into omnipresence. Should become sarvavyapitva. Then comes raga. Raga is, we need that, we should live. It should be in a level which can be acceptable. That means it should remain at the level of needs, should not become wants. So we addressed raga also. Then comes dvesha. Why dvesha? We know some person, place, animal or thing may cause harm to us. In turn, we get into grief and sorrow. What this should happen? That should become compassion, sir. You must transform that dvesha into compassion. If we get a question at this point, all Devi Puranas, whether Lalitopakhyana or Saptashati or many things, even Mahabharata, Kurukshetra, all these things were talking about killing something which is causing us grief, which is causing us trouble, right? And now you talk, instead of dvesha, I should have anukampa or compassion. What is it you're talking about? Yes, sir. This dvesha has to become compassion only. Whatever we have been reading in Devi Purana or Mahabharata, it is not the person, place, animal or thing which were killed or destroyed. It was those bad things within us were destroyed. It is not something outside. So this dvesha, enmity, should get transformed into anukampa. Then what? Last one. Abhinivesha. Abhinivesha, as I said before, the fear for any change, including fear for death. We should come out of that fear that this body and its identification will be lost by death. We should come out of that fear. Let that body lose its identity and get out. Let that fear vanish. We should know Atma is one, which is permanent forever. Shashvata, it exists forever, ever. That truth should be known. The knowledge, gnana of the truth should come. Abhinivesha should go. Abhinivesha is the change. This body and its identification will go. It loses its existence. Then we have fear. That fear should vanish. And we should know the truth. Real truth. Real truth. Satya. What is the Satya? Atma, which is permanent for ever. Yes. Before I conclude the last few sentences, I want to say one thing. We know Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. That is creation, sustenance and destruction. This is 3. There are 2 more. That's why Devi is called Panchakritya Parayana. There are 5 krityas. 3 we have mentioned now, 2 more. Tirodhana and Anugraha. Laya is what is created, what is sustained was destroyed, destructed. But Tirodhana is nothing exists. Nothing exists. Nothing. Annihilation. Word. I should use the word. Maybe. Tirodhana. Nearest word in English could be annihilation. When annihilation takes place, afterwards, once again, Anugraha starts. When annihilation took place, there also that Atma was there, which has once again made Anugraha, and the creation started. That means Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Tirodhana, Anugraha. In all 5 karyas, Atma is permanent, Shashvata. There is no change at all. If you have this knowledge, if you understand this Abhinivesha will go off, and we will never feel any kind of pain or difficulty at all. Okay? How want to achieve it? It is by meditation and yoga abhyasa. I am using the word. Yoga abhyasa is connecting things. Yoga, meeting one other end. It is, when I mention yoga, it has got a very vast meaning. Even mantra yoga also is yoga abhyasa. Mantra yoga also is meditation. This should continue continuously, forever, always. This mantra yoga and dhyana should continue. Okay. For that, what is required, sir? For that, we need, on one hand, Guru Krupa. The other one is Samskara. Samskara already I dealt earlier. You know what Samskara is. One should have Samskara, that is, your Antakarana should have stored so many things. That should be there, otherwise it's not possible. And Guru Krupa. Guru Krupa is, it's the human Guru. I will talk about that on some other occasion. The Guru within us. The blessings, grace of that Guru is required, and Samskara also is required. In this stanza, Bhagavan Shankara say, I am not the mind. I am not the mind. One sec, I'll come back. Yes. In this first sloka of Nirvana Shatakam, Bhagavad Pada tells in no uncertain terms, I am not the mind. Very clear said, I am not the mind. Then what is telling? Our desires, fears, doubts, shyness, intellect, love, jealousy, trust, distrust, stability, instability, anger. All these are expressed by the mind. When you say, I am not the mind, he is conveying very, very clearly, I am not desire. I am not the fear, I am not doubt, I am not shy, I am not intellect, I am not love, I am not jealousy, I am not trust, I am not mistrust, distrust, I am not stable, I am not distable, I am not angry. Because Atma will not express any of these things. Atma is not expressing any of these things. Manasu only express all these things. I am not Manasu. I am not mind. Very clear. If I say, I am angry, what is that? The expression of that anger has come out from my mind. My emotion has come out. I am angry. It's my mind expressed it, sent it out, not expressed by Atma. I deliberately avoid using the word nan my Atma. No. It is not the expression. It is not expressed by Atma. All that is expressed, whatever I said now before, whatever that I said, repeat once again. Desire, fear, doubt, shyness, intellect, love, jealous, trust, distrust, stability, instability, anger. All these are expressed by mind. The expression of mind is all these things. I am not the mind. So these expressions are not mine, not I. Because Atma cannot express these things, shall not express these things. That's why if I think mind is I, that is wrong. When I understand mind is not I, the emotions of mind also not I. I am Atma. Aham Brahmasmi. Atma is not participating in any of the activities. Atma is not a participant in any of the activities of Manasu. But it is the witness of all these actions of the mind. I want to use this word Sakshi because that's more apt. Some witness may not, it can only convey the meaning, not the emotion. Sakshi conveys emotion. also. Atma is the sakshi for all these activities, actions of the mind. So, I am Atma. Therefore, any emotions of the mind shall not have any effect on Atma, that is I. That is I. So no emotions of my mind shall not have any effect on I. On me. That means Aham Brahmasmi. My mind would have been filled with so many emotions. Many emotions. But Atma is free from all these emotions. Atma is mukta from all these emotions. And therefore, any happiness, whatever it is, any sorrow, grief, anger, whatever it is, that's all the expressions of the mind, but Atma is not affected at all. For all the actions, body, mind, and sense organs are responsible. But I have told Asmita. Asmita is I. Because of that Asmita, I understand, I feel that I am doing all these actions. I am doing all these actions. Because of Asmita, I am making myself responsible for which I am not. The body, mind and senses. Their actions. It is not I, it is not me. But because of Asmita, I think I am doing it. Is it not same thing Gita Acharya has told Arjuna in Kurukshetra? Is it not same? Maybe in different words. Same thing. That's why Gita is called Advaitamrita Varshini. It's called. Gita is called as Advaitamrita Varshini. Of course, we have commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, which is Advaitamrita Varshini, according to its own verse inside. I'm not quoting, I'm not remembering the exact sloka this. One of the slokas say, Gita is Advaitamrita Varshini. Though we have scholars, elected masters, who wrote commentary on Bhagavad Gita with the background of Advaita, Dvaita, Vishtadvaita. All three masters wrote commentary on Bhagavad Gita on different dimension. Looking at Advaita philosophy, Shankara wrote Bhagavad Gita Bhashya. Madhva wrote Dvaita philosophy, looking at same thing. Shrikara Bhashya by Vishishtadvaita, Ramanuja wrote. But this body, which is not I, Pani or Atmananda. Respect all these Bhashyas in their own perspective, but only says Gita itself, Gita Acharya has mentioned this Gita is Advaitamruta Varshini. That only I have to remind. Anyway, at the second and third line of this sloka, first stanza, Shankara, I don't know, I enjoy calling him Shankara. Shankararu, I don't know, I feel very close to him when I call him as Shankara. So please pardon me if it's hurting somebody. I enjoy calling him Shankara. Shankara, in the second and third line of this sloka writes, I am not Indriyas, I am not the ear, I am not the tongue, I am not the nose, I am not the ears. Further he says, I am not this earth planet, I am not the sky, I am not the air. One more thing he says, I am not the light also. Everything said, I am not. Very clear. Because our attachment to body and sense organs, we identify, I is identified with that, unfortunately. That's why we say, I look very handsome, I feel I'm a little fat, I gain weight nowadays, I am seeing, I am talking, I am explaining Nirvana Shatakam today. So we attach I to all these things which is not I. Finally, Shankara tells, this is all your illusion, my dear, Brahme. And he says, you are not, I am not Gnanendriya, I am not the body made up of 5 primordial elements, Panchabhutas. I am not body, I am not mind, I am not Gnanendriya, I am not the Panchabhutas. I am not the body made up of Panchabhutas. Told this, he has told very clearly, in no uncertain words, in no uncertain terms. The word I use spashta, because I don't know, these uncertain words and uncertain terms gives same meaning as spashta. He has told spashta. But then what? I am Chidananda Rupa. I am Shiva. Shiva is something which is auspicious. Auspicious. Mangalakara. Chidananda Rupa. I am not all these things, but I am Shiva. I am that auspiciousness. My form is Rupa, I says, Chidananda. That is Shiva. That is Brahman. That is Atma. When I say Brahman and Atma, I think one should refer back Manisha Panchaka of Shankara, which I have explained some time back, along with Mandukya Upanishad. There is very clearly say how this Atma is the fourth state and also Brahman. And they say Brahman and Atma. So I don't want to repeat once again. There are four avastha: Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti and Turiya avastha. Turiya avastha state is Atma, that is Brahma. So it's told it's also mentioned in the Mandukya Upanishad. So he concludes, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham. So this Atma in the house of this Pindanda, this body, microcosm, and Paramatma housing in the universal consciousness Brahmanda, they are not two, one. They are inseparable. They are inseparable. What is in microcosm? Is not similar to what is in Brahmanda. Microcosm. No, it is same. Shankara establishes, propound the theory, Siddhanta. It is same. Atma, I call it Atma when it is in microcosm. I call it Paramatma when it is in Brahmanda, macrocosm. They are not similar, but they are same. That's why they are inseparable. They are one. When they are one, there is a question of separation. That's why he is propounded Advaita Siddhanta of Shankara, telling that Atma and Paramatma, they are not two, they are not separable, not that, they are one. That is the Advaita Vedanta, Advaita Amrita Varshini. I think I taken very long time explaining in English. I don't know what happened to me. It's about only 45-48 minutes in Kannada. It's my language, in fact. So I've taken more time in Kannada. And when the same thing is, I want to make it in English, it has gone almost double. 1.5 hours almost it is. Maybe a little more than that. Maybe I might have bored you repeating same thing twice, thrice. I think it was required to make understand very clearly. So I wanted that. The purpose is whatever is today we are hearing, listening, should get into our mind. The mind should think it in deeply, with very consciously, so that intellect, buddhi will transfer this thought, this emotion to chitta, so that it remains there as samskara. That samskara can expose, can come out in any form, maybe in this life or in another life if all we have. That's why maybe I repeated the same thing twice, thrice, so that this gets into chitta and becomes samskara itself. I think it is not me. Surely I'm not. Today I'm not well also. It is not me I spoke on all these things. Definitely not. It is my Guru. It's my Guru Mandala responsible for this. And all that spoken here is, it is their words. It is their knowledge. They have used only my voice, that's all. So nothing is mine here. Nothing is mine. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.